Welcome to Adulting with Joyce Pring. Watch the full video of this episode on my channel, www.youtube.com/JoycePringTV. And if you want to level up your adulting game, check out joycepring.com/collections for my digital products and courses.
Siyempre, we can go over and over itong mga very important but also very general things to be advice na pinagdadaanan siguro namin. But also, there are supplementary things.
Ito na ba tayo sa mga practical tips and tricks?
Ito na yung mga supplementary.
Doon tayo sa foundational basic theology na kailangan nating malaman. Pero apart from that,
there's going out for a walk, enjoying the sun, going for a jog, focusing on self-growth, alam mo yun, or dare I say, mga change up yung current na na kunyari, if that's a heartbreak, there's a lot of things that reminds you about, someone or something.
Bakit nakita ko ng ID ng ex mo dun sa condo nyo before? A stray bullet!
Hindi nga.
Oh, di ba?
Wala akong masagot dun. Siyempre wala tayong masasagot dun. Hindi ko...
So did you want to be reminded of her?
No.
So why was the ID still there?
I do not know. I'm so busy working. I don't even... Diba? Ako kasi yun nga, workaholic ako eh. So hindi ko natatandaan kung ano yun. Hindi pa ako nakapag spring cleaning. So anyway, ayun. Unlike that, ibahin niyo yung tempo ng buhay ninyo. Okay. Probably that can work as well, siguro. Tama, no?
Anyway, so one time we came from Unang Hirit, and Juancho used to live with his sisters in their family condo in Makati, and we dropped off something there, and I remember I was like perusing through his things as a new girlfriend would, and I was like, bakit meron ito? Pero hindi ko na sinabi sa kanya kasi he was too busy tending to his dead goldfish.
Hindi. Once a month kumain yung goldfish ko na yun.
Yeah, it's a running joke. But anyway, going back to the deep thinking stuff that we were saying about healing. To Juancho's point, I was reading this thing about minimalism, and parang the author was saying that minimalism isn't just about taking out stuff like physical clothes, shoes, books, gadgets, whatever, that no longer help you in your day-to-day living. It's also about letting go of the mental load that should not be there anymore. And that includes, as you mentioned, maybe artifacts and things that remind you of painful experiences, of past relationships that you no longer want to hold in your heart and in your mind. And I think having those pragmatic checklists in your head na, okay, check na yung spiritual life ko. I do my Devo every single day. I'm accountable to my church family. I have a church that I go to. I pray to God. I have a personal relationship with God. But there has to be also the physical things that you do in able to support your spiritual growth, which is decluttering your mind free of things, diba? Whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is just, think about these things. There's a verse like that because even the kinds of things that we let our minds carry also have an effect on our spiritual well-being and our mental health and everything that God has called us to. That's one. But at the same time, to what you're saying, love, diba? Pansin ko yung change of mood ko kapag nakakapag-workout ako versus hindi ako nakakapag-workout.
Yeah.
Yung change of mood ko kapag may tulog ako kahit papalo versus dun sa talagang wala akong pahinga. All of these things will affect you, and it will aid or slow down your healing. Depende kung gaano ka mindful about what you're doing. And I remember 4 years ago when I started doing Christian counseling, my counselor asked me to asked me to do mindful journaling. And I was like, sobrang di naman spiritual nito, mindfulness. But I realized as I went through it that it's also commanded to us to be mindful of what we consume, what we put into our bodies, the way that we spend our time, who we spend our time with. All of those things are biblical. And so being mindful about the things that you allow yourself to experience and that you intentionally seek after will all either aid or slow down your healing. And that's also how you know that you're healing, is if you can actually let go of the bitterness, let go of the pain, and refocus your attention instead on, okay, I accept that that has happened to me. Now, what do I do to then move forward and live a life that God has called me to? That is in love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, self-control, gentleness, diba? All of these things that God has called us to. Instead of focusing on your experience and focusing on, I need to be healed already, let's focus on the day-to-day, moment-to-moment process of answering the call of Christ in our lives.
Yeah. My last point, speaking of Christian counseling, syempre, we also went through that, tayong dalawa. And during one of the sessions, I talked to si Ma'am Tina alone. She suggested to me na kapag may, apart from all of these other things, one minor thing also that could help, it's probably scientific, is that get yourself yung favorite beverage mo. Siguro stress reliever din yun of some sort. So kapag in-advise siya sa akin, kapag may pinagdadaanan ka or may pinagdadaanan ako, bigyan mo siya ng siguro cold soft drinks or milk tea.
It helps to ground your body kasi parang I'm back to my body. Parang ganun.
That's it for this episode of Adulting with Joyce Pring. If you liked this podcast, please don't forget to use the hashtag Adulting with Joyce Pring and also check out www.joycepring.com for the show notes and tag me on social media with at Joyce Pring. I'll talk to you guys again soon. Paalam!